Alright, so this video we're going to talk about JDAMs and JSOWs. So if we look at our, I gotta focus the window, pause that. If we look at our loadout, I got two JSOWs here and here, AGM 154 Charlies, and then the GBU 38 version of the JDAM. And from our munitions video, there is also the GBU 31 JDAMs, which are 2,000 pound bombs. The GBU 32, which is 1,000 pound, and then the 38 is a 500 pound. But they're all GPS guided, whether it's JSOW or JDAM. Joint standoff weapon for JSOW, and what is JDAM? Joint direct attack munition. So those are the two variants of the GPS guided bombs. Interestingly enough, the JSOW is considered an air-to-ground missile, AGM, and the JDAM is considered a bomb, or is it GBU, guided bomb unit. So even though they're both really bombs, the JSOW is not a missile, it is a bomb, but in this game they have it under air-to-ground missiles. It has the nomenclature air-to-ground missile, which is very strange. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's not, it doesn't have a rocket propellant or anything like that, so maybe there's some other definition of what a missile is that qualifies it, but who knows. So that's what we're looking at today, is just GPS guided bombs. So how to drop your targets on a GPS location. Well, first what we need is the GPS location. So if we look at our F10 map, cancel out of here, where we're going to be dropping these, we're on the Abraham Lincoln. We're going to be coming over to Siri Island here, and we're going to be dropping it on these buildings over here. So these four buildings here. And if we zoom in, no, you can't see it. But we can get the lat and long right here. And Alt-Y will change the way that lat and long is displayed. And what we need is degrees, minutes, decimal seconds. So, Control-Y. So right here. So we got degrees, minutes, seconds, and then probably another one. Degrees, minutes, decimal seconds. So northing 2554 35.87, right? So we can get that information straight from our F10 menu or F10 map, but obviously in real life there's another way you're getting that, whether it's another friendly aircraft that was able to maybe use its lightning pod or something like that to give you the lat and long position, or JTAC, or some intel, whatever we get in the game, we get it from our map here, whether it's in the mission editor or in our F10 map here, we get the lat and longs that way. So now that we have the lat and longs, we actually have to program the JSOWs or the JDAMs to land on their targets. So if we're going to call this one building 1, building 2, building 3, and building 4, I figured we do the JSOWs on building 1 and 2 and the JDAMs on building 3 and 4. And the reason I'm combining these is because they're both GPS guided. The way you do it is very similar, and I don't think there's actually any difference. So the way you program them up is the same. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So we're going to go look, we're going to put this up on our left DDI here, and we're going to need, there we go. We're going to need the upfront controller and the left DDI. So from our menu, we're going to go to stores. JSC is our JSOWs, and the J82s are our JDAMs. So we'll start with the JSOWs. We're going to click on that. We're going to set the fusing to be instantaneous, and then we're going to come over to the JSOW display here. And you can see we're currently on station 8. So let's actually start with station 2 right here. So we'll hit JSOW display, and you can see there's not much going on here. There's not a lot of information. We're going to hit the MSN for mission, and we're going to start programming this up. So pre-planned mission 1 is going to be one location, and pre-planned mission 2 will be another location. So let's program Station 2 for one location, and then we'll step over to Station 8 and have that do another location, right? So starting with Station 2, we're going to go to quantity, should be here, oh, return. We're going to say quantity, Station 2, okay? And then target UFC. So we're going to put in the target information on the upfront controller, starting with the elevation. And I did forget to get that when I was looking at this. So you can see it's 51 feet. Okay, let me write this down. So we're looking over here at the current altitude of the ground. So 51 feet for building 1. Building 2 is 44 feet. Building 3 is 36 feet. And 47 feet for building 4. So I do have all this written down. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to, let me look at my camera. Yep, that completely blacks it out. So yeah, so I have all this written down in a notebook, basically. So we're just going to come back here to here. And okay, so now we have this information. We're going to hit target UFC again to bring that back up. We're going to say the elevation in feet, building 1, is 51. Then we're going to leave target UFC, come back into target UFC and choose position. Latitude is northing, so hit 2 for the north, and say 25, 54, 29. So 25, 54, 29. Hit enter, and then you enter the decimal minutes, 60. Enter. And then we can see over here, we got 2554, 29.6, right? And then we go to our longitude and we do the same thing. In this case, it's easting. So we're gonna hit the 6 button and then 54, 30, 54, enter, 75, enter. So if we look here, we're looking 25, 54, 29.6 northing, and then easting 54, 30, 54, 75. That's building 1. Cool. So we can get out of this. We're going to return, go back into the quantity, say not Station 2 this time, but Station 8. Go back into mission, go to pre-plan mission 2, make sure Station 8 is selected here, and then we're going to do the same thing. Target UFC, elevation in feet for building 2 is 44 feet. Make sure that that's there. Okay. And then we're going to come back out and back in and choose the latitude. Northing, 25, 54, 23, decimal, 64. Enter. Longitude, easting, 54, 31, 01. Enter. Decimal, 96. Enter. So pre-plan mission 2 for Station 8 is going to this location. And one thing it kind of was confusing for me at first is think of the pre-planned missions as locations. And then here, Station 8 is selected, is boxed pre-planned mission 2. So if we undo this, return, go back into mission, and if we step, Station 8 has pre-planned mission 2 boxed, and I step to Station 2, it has pre-planned mission 1 boxed. If I wanted to change that location, I could do that by saying pre-planned mission 2 and then program that in, right? So, same thing. So the pre-planned missions are the locations, the station is the bomb, right? Pretty simple. Okay, so we're going to return, go back to our stores page, choose the JDAMs and program those up. So again, electronic fusing, instantaneous or delayed. We're going to choose instantaneous just because. Then we're going to go to JDAM display here and do the same thing. So quantity, Station 3, return, mission, replan mission 1, target UFC, position, latitude is northing, 25, 54, 17, enter, 23, enter. Longitude is easting, 54, 30, 55, enter, 34, enter. And then come back out, go back in. Elevation in feet was 36 feet. Go out, return, quantity. Now we'll program station 7, return, mission, pre-plan mission 2 for station 7 is target UFC, elevation in feet is 47 feet, enter. Come back out, go back in, position, latitude, northing, 25, 54, 23, enter, 54, enter. Longitude, easting, 54, 30, 46, enter, 83, enter. So now we are good to go. One thing you definitely want to do is make sure there's no human error in here. So what we're going to start with is looking at our missions on the JDAMs. We're going to verify it has a lat and long and elevation and that information is correct. All right. And then step in there, station 3 has pre-planned mission 1 with that information. So we're going to verify all that's correct. So we bomb the correct target. Then we'll hit return. And then unselect that, come into the JSOWs, go into JSOW display, mission, station 2 has lat and long, that's correct. Oops. And then step for station 8 and make sure all that's correct. All right, so we're gonna go back to menu. No, stores page. We'll start here at the JSOWs. And good thing to know is when you select these, they have to align their INS or instrument navigation system. So when I go over into here, they're gonna have to do the same thing. So when I come back here, they're gonna realign. So just keep that in mind. So we're gonna start that alignment now while we're still on the carrier here, and then we're gonna actually just take off and go to that location. So F10, I don't have a waypoint. I should have made a waypoint, but we're going to look for Siri Island and then just visually get close to it and lock it out. So let's break off, armed. Everything's good there. Flaps set to half. Hook bypass and carrier. Anti-skid off. Our stabilizers are not set right for the carrier, so we're going to look at checklist to get our weight, 39,000, and I can't remember what it is, but we're just going to set our stabilizers to, oop, wrong way, 15. I think that should be good. We'll get an alarm if it's not. All right, let's text or text it to a catapult here. And with the supercarrier module, you get guided in to the catapult, which is kind of cool. It'll tell me when to stop. Stop. Then I'll have to put down my, well, put out my wings. And then put down my launch bar. And move up to lock it into the shuttle, which takes about 50% power. All right, launch bar up. Wait for the tension. And now he's telling me to spool up. I'm just gonna double check everything, make sure my controls are good, and take off. And we're gonna do an afterburner takeoff, and then salute the guy. And hands off. All right, gear up, flaps up, make right. We don't want to exceed 300 feet, although we are. Let's get a red out on. And then kill the afterburners, save some fuel. Not that we need it, but. All right, now we'll get some altitude. So now we're going to go into master arm on, air to ground mode, and then go. Yep, these are ready to go. The JSOW say ready here. Oops, right there. So we're ready. We just need to line up and get into position. So Siri Island is straight off here. And we can see our target on the HUD here. This is the flashing diamond. That's our target. And we can tell it's 15 degrees this direction. But I'm also trying to get some altitude, so. So the higher you are and the faster you're moving, the further out you can drop the bombs. Physics makes sense. And we actually have our time to maximum range right here. And I'll actually, instead of the air to ground radar, we're going to pull up our SA page. And I don't have a waypoint there, so we're not going to be able to see where our target is. So let me go to the HSI. Maybe it'll be there. Yep. Okay, so the HSI, you can see this circle right here is our maximum range. This circle here is our minimum range for dropping. So we just got to fly to that circle and we should be good. And because higher and faster is better, I'm going to hit the afterburners. And you'll notice our time will start to decrease quicker as we're moving faster. And we'll zoom in our HSI. And line up better for our target here. Go even faster. We got 30 seconds. Till maximum range, 7 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're in range now. So obviously, let me pause it here. You can see Siri Island right here on our visual on that, and we have the diamond for our targets. Okay, so we're in range. We're gonna drop some bombs basically. So I'm gonna hit the pickle button twice because there's two targets. Once, twice. So those things are off. We're going to go ahead and circle around, select our JSOWs, and same thing. We're going to wait till we're in zone. We are. Drop one, drop two. And from here, we're just going to throw our autopilot on and turn off our afterburners and just kind of fly. And then we'll watch our JSOWs. These are the JSOWs. These are the JDAMs. Basically, these are, I think, like Mark 82s or whatever with a little guidance system put on the front of it. So you can see those two JDAMs. And then that JSOW, and I'm not sure where the other one is. But obviously, these guys are going to hit first, so we'll keep an eye on these. Zoom out so it's not so loud. And maybe do that. Yeah, there we go. Pause my track IR so it's not all over the place. So where that smoke is on the island is where our target is. I just put that there for visual cue to make it simpler. So you can see we were pretty far away when we dropped these. These things are actually flying towards the target. I don't have to do anything. They're just doing their thing. All right, that one's turning in. And And you can see the 4 buildings. I can't show you with the mouse, but you can see the 4 white buildings. Let me zoom out. And those hit, and then the JDAMs will hit shortly after. Obviously, the JDAMs did not destroy that building because they were 500-pound bombs. We needed more, but we definitely damaged it. So that's it. Pretty simple. Not much to it. It's just a lot of manually typing the lat and long information in for those. Oh, the warehouse did get destroyed. That one anyway. Maybe the other one will too. So, yep, there it goes. All right, so all 4 warehouses were destroyed with those 4 different types or those 2 different types of bombs. So the JSOWs versus the JDAMs. The JDAMs are basically your dumb bombs with an INS guidance package put on there. The JSOWs were specifically built for doing this, and you get a much better range out of the JSOWs, from what I understand. So yeah, that will be it for the JDAM JSOW video. All right, I will see you in the next one.